Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. And, of course, on our show today, we'll have picks for you here from the NBA, college hoops, NHL with the big card today. And, of course, we'll have our Parlay peripheral segment at the end. So we're here with you every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time with the Tony Picks Morning Show. So make sure you like, subscribe, give us that thumbs up. It really helps us build up our audience. Greatly appreciate it. We'll meet the cappers and get right to the picks so we don't mess around here on the Tony Picks Morning Show. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Well, not too much. Definitely got bruised a little bit in college hoops yesterday. A couple of bad beats. The Georgia game, that was ugly. Late. The good old layup for the win by 3. Good old Ole Miss up by, were they up by 10 with like a 180, a 150 something to go and completely lose the game. Second, that's back-to-back collapses for them, so I had to move them over here to the do not bet list. Sorry, Chris, but I cannot bet Ole Miss for a long while till they look like they're going to not collapse late in games. They look great all the way for all except for that minute 58. And that's 2 games back-to-back for about minute 58 for Ole Miss. So it is what it is. We had some winners over there. And a nice plus 90 days. So overall, I can't complain. College hoops kicked my butt. But when you look at everything else, thanks to the Warriors showing up in that one and getting us a nice little win late in the night, it was a nice plus 90 days. So we'll take it on to the next day of today's slate. I'm not looking at college basketball huge today. It is a big slate. There is a whole pile of games, but definitely it's one of those days where I'm telling you, tread lightly.
Lightly there from Rod. Let's say hello to Bo. Bo, what's happening?
Hey, good morning, guys. You know what I'm saying? Coming off a good day, man. Really needed that. But like me and Brian talked about yesterday, man, it's a long-term game. So we don't really gloat on the days we win. We don't cry when we lose. We just try to get that bank for you for the full season, guys. So let's get it, man.
Let's get it indeed. Let's say hello to Chris. What's happening?
Oh, not much. I dropped 2 plays yesterday. Had Ole Miss as well. Don't know what happened in that one. And I had the Cavs by 1.5, and apparently they can't shoot free throws at the end, even with a gift of 3 of them and a flagrant and a side out of bounds. And they had all the world all the way to win that one, and they just handed it to the Rockets even after coming back from 19 points. So we're going to bounce back today. It's going to be a good it's a lot of games in the NBA, so we're ready to get to it.
Yep, looking out to bounce back as well. Yes, Justin, I was hit hard with that total in that Xavier game. That overtime got me. I won 49.5, and then they go overtime, and I missed the under by half a point, even with the under overtime. Yeah, that sickened me. That sickened me. I thought he had a handicap, right? But that's how it goes. That's basketball when you get the overtime there, and the unders go to die in overtime there. All right, guys, ready? We'll give you a free
I got
picks.
the push.
You got the push. You got the 150. You had the 150.
No, I had the plus 8. So I got the push.
Okay.
We were good. I didn't want the overtime either. Trust me. Xavier was definitely covering that, and then all of a sudden we get the push. So yeah, I wasn't happy with overtime either. So.
Yep, looks like we have some folks there. A lot of folks there. I got hit with that Xavier there, no doubt. We're about to give you our free picks, but remember our best bets are over at Tony'sPicks.com. So check it out right now. You can see Rod on the leaderboard, Bo, Chris having a great year as well. So go ahead and get signed up. And remember that promo code Tony to checkout will knock 15% off over at Tony'sPicks.com. That's where our best plays are. On our show today, we're going to give you our free picks here. So let's get ready with the free picks. Start with the NBA card today. Take note, if you're looking at older schedules, they have, with all these postponements, they have moved around the schedules a little bit. So you're going to see some games canceled. That's because, like Washington, Utah was scheduled to play, but because of the fire cancellations, the weather postpones, they had to jiggle the schedule around. So if you're looking at old schedules, they may not match up. Just want to give you guys some updates there on some of the scheduling now. So let's take a look here at the games here. We'll start here with this block. We're going to Paris. Where Spurs will take on the Pacers here. Wemby, I know he was at a soccer game the other night. We got the Pacers favored 3.5, total 229.5. Portland, Orlando 8, total 212. Heat and Bucks here. The Bucks 7. I'm seeing a 7.5 here as well, total 225. We'll take a quick peek here at this injury report. Let me go ahead and refresh it. It was a while since I was able to take it out here, see if there's any updates here. We'll start with this Paris game. Just so questionable there. Indiana has a clean injury report. So these players are going to play, get some more followers there in Europe. There you go. Portland and Orlando, Thibault, Klingon out. Simons, Murray, Kamara, and Ayton are questionable. Orlando side, Suggs out. Patazzi is doubtful. Wagner, Isaac, Howard, Harris, and Anthony are questionable. We take a look here at this Miami game. We've got Butler and Richard now. Remember, Butler was suspended another 2 games. Keldon Johnson, I should say, is questionable. Tyler Hero is probable on the Milwaukee side. Green, questionable. Middleton, Beauchamp, and Giannis are probable. So you are with the injuries. We get to start here with Rod.
And for me, looking at the Paris game, looking at you figure Spurs and Wemby, right, in Paris, back in the stomping ground. But I just can't go against the Pacers the way they're playing right now. You look, they're playing solid defensive basketball. Whole team's 42.4% field goal shooting. Well, you look at the Spurs, their defense is a little bit shaky over their last 5, giving up 50% field goal shooting, and that plays right into Indiana's hand, where they're almost scoring 50%, 49.2 field goal percent shooting over their last 5, and scoring about 111 points. When you start playing Western Conference teams, that bumps up to that 50%, scoring 118. Just don't know if the Spurs can keep up. If this turns into a track meet, the Pacers will run it right off the court. And if it turns into a defensive battle, well, we've seen what the Pacers have done defensively. So I'm going to lay the 3.5, shop your number with the Pacers. I think they get the win there in that matchup. And then the other one, looking at I'm looking at the Bucks, and I just don't trust the Bucks laying 7. I'll take the Heat plus the 7 in that matchup. It's just too many in a game that'll come down to the wire. Who's got the ball last? You want those points in your pocket, and I'll take it with the 7 with the Heat there in that one.
There from Rod, we move on over to Bo.
Yeah, I like the Pacers too, man. They're 8-1 the last 9. Those 8 wins were by a margin of 11 points. We got Spurs coming in 1-6 the last 7. Those 6 losses by 4+. So I think we might be a little kind of tough at the end with it being so the spread going up. But I think the Pacers get it done. Like Rod said, they did super better, playing better defense. So I like the Pacers minus 3.5. And I'm gonna take a shot, man, with the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? They don't won 4 games straight, averaging about 122 points per game. All those wins were by 14 points or more. I just don't, Miami dealing with the Jimmy Butler thing. I just wish they go and trade him out, looking like they're trying to get him in Phoenix. Just go and ship him away, man. It's just too much of a distraction. We just saw him get beat down by Portland at home. I just can't ignore that, man. So Bucks looking like they might be got all their major starters in. I think they get this win by 10 points or better. So I'm going to lay it with the Bucks. I just can't trust Orlando. You know what I'm saying? They just went on the road and got beat by the Raptors. I don't want to lay the 8. I don't want to take the 8 with Portland. But if anything, I like the under. That's what Orlando do at the house. With the injury report for the Trailblazers, they might not even crack 100. So I like the under 212.
Yeah, it's tough to move Butler, a 36-year-old player. He has a player option for $52 million next year. So that's very hard to find a taker for Butler. That's the problem. On over to Chris.
Yeah, I don't know. They can just keep suspending him. But, I mean, I think, honestly, he is a distraction out there. I mean, you look at the way they play with him sometimes, and it's almost like they're trying to keep the ball away from him and just be their own team. So I'm going to lay with Miami there. Would take the points with them. I think they played better almost without him. With where we had San Antonio and Indiana, I'd go over there. We know what the Pacers do. I know Wemby's going back home to France, but I think we still get over that total there. And then Portland, Orlando. I just trust Orlando a little bit better at home. There's possibility for for Wagner to be back tonight potentially, so we're going to be watching that closer to game time. And then I would still take the under there, like Bo alluded to. I don't know if whoever's going to crack 100 first may win this one. So, yeah, we'll go under there and lean to the points with Orlando.
There from Chris. I'll tell you what I think about these games here in this first block. I'm going to look here as well with the Pacers, just the better offensive and defensive form. They've covered 8 of 9. This Spurs team not playing very good defense. All of a sudden, they're 3 games under 500. So a good season, playoff type season. Nope, 19-22. As you lose on the road to Miami, that was an ugly loss there. Magic and this Orlando team in this one, I'm gonna be looking at over the total. These are 2 teams in very poor defensive form. You look at Trailblazers over their past 5, getting 48% shooting, 39% from 3. Then you look at Orlando's defense here, giving up 53% shooting over their past 5, 44% from 3. Bad defensive form. Give me the over in that one. Heat and the Bucks in this spot. I'm going to go ahead and lay it here with Milwaukee. But Miami's had struggles on the road against these good shooting teams. 3-9 to the spread on the road, facing teams that hit 46% or greater. Bucks have covered 6 of 8. Heat have failed to cover 4 of 5. I'll look here at this Bucks team. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we continue here with our NBA rundown here for you guys here. So we'll continue here on the show. Hope I've got everybody here. I've got some funky looking screen on my side, but anyway, let's continue. Oh, actually, no, I'm good here. Let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we get ready here for the next series of games. Next up will be Raptors at the Hawks. We've got the Hawks here laying 4, total 233.5. Mavericks and the Thunder. Thunder 13, a total 221.5. Kings and Nuggets. We've got the Nuggets 8.5, total 241.5. We'll keep an eye here on these injuries, see what's going on. Toronto, Atlanta here. Quickly out for Toronto. Agbaji is questionable. On the Atlanta side, Nance, Versace, and Zeller out. Keep an eye throughout the day with Atlanta. They are in a back-to-back, so keep an eye there. Mavericks and Thunder, both teams in back-to-backs here. So we've got Clay, Powell, Marshall, Lively, Exum, Luka out. Hardy is questionable. Keep an eye on Kyrie. He's had some issues with his back. So just keep an eye on his status throughout the day. Even though he's in the lineup, expected to be in the lineup, just keep your eye on him. On the Thunder side, Hartenstein, Holmgren, Joe Mitchell out there. Kings and the Denver Nuggets. Kings show a clean injury report, but again, they're in a back-to-back, so keep your eyes open on Sacramento if anybody hits it late. Denver, just Concar. They look to be clean coming in here, Denver. So we'll get it underway with Rod.
Yeah, looking at the Raptors taking on Atlanta in that matchup, and you know what? I'm going to take the Raptors. They're playing the better defensive basketball over the last 5, holding teams to 44.8 field goal shooting, and offensively actually shooting better than the Hawks as well. At 48.3% field goal shooting, scoring about 109 points a game. I know Atlanta at home does shoot better, but the way that the Raptors have been playing some defensive basketball, let's see if it can carry over here on the road. Either way, I think it's too many points. I don't want to lay that kind of number with Atlanta Hawks team at home. Give me the Raptors plus the points. And then I'll lay it with OKC. We just seen these two teams go at it. When was it? January 17th? So not too long ago, about a week ago. And Dallas got the win then, but they were a little bit rested, not on the back-to-back spot. We seen the a meeting earlier back in OKC, and it was 118-114. For OKC in that one. I think OKC takes huge advantage of a Dallas team that's on the second half of the back-to-back. They were going for that revenge spot against the Timberwolves last night as well. So I think that into effect that they put a lot of effort into that game. How much effort are we going to get from Dallas that's already beat up? Depth-wise, just don't trust them there to cover that number. I know it's a big one. They're trying to get you on Dallas on that one. Can't do it. Give me OKC. I think they win by 20 in that one.
There from Rod, and we move on over to Bo.
Yeah, I totally agree, Rod, man. I think that this is going to be a tough spot for my Mavericks, man. They fought hard last night. Broadway took one. They were pretty much down that whole game, so I congratulate them on doing that. But, yeah, man, this okay team, you know, they pretty much healthy as far as their best players with SGA in there. I think Dallas probably going to crack 100 in this one. I think OKC going to get at least in the 120s, man. So I like for the route on that one. I'm gonna take the Nuggets, man. The Nuggets pretty much good. Along with Joker in there, you know, Porter Jr., Murray, you know, so I like when they top threes in the game. Sacramento was down 18 against Golden State. You know what I'm saying? So whoever had, I think a couple of guys jumped on Golden State yesterday on the money line, man. I know that was kind of crushing for them. But yeah, man, they had to come back from 18, tied up in the third quarter, finally getting a 7-point win, still didn't cover the spread. Denver at the house, man, playing on the back-to-back, man, you're going to go to altitude. I think it's going to be tough, man. So I like the Nuggets to win this game by 10 points or better.
There we go here from Bo on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the points with the Raptors there. That's just I'd rather lay the points there with them. Might look at the over. It's just a slight lean to that, but definitely the points with the Raptors, and then definitely OKC coming off of a revenge game. They're 19-5 ATS when they're revenging a loss against an opponent. I think they come in here and take care of a tired Mavericks team. Thankfully, the Mavericks, I caught them at +2 yesterday, so I just barely squeaked in there. That was one of my premium plays yesterday, so we barely got that with that 3 Kyrie hit. But Yeah, and I'm gonna take the Nuggets at home. Denver in Denver. It's where I like to do that. And Sacramento's probably gonna be tired from having to battle back with the Golden State last night. So I just trust Denver more so in that spot.
There from Chrissy, I'm going to take a look here. I'll let you know what I think here about these games here. I'm going to take a Toronto plus the points here. Looking at this Hawks team, they failed to cover 7 of their past 10. Rest advantage for the Raptors. I know it's a little tricky playing Toronto on the road. You love them at home, right? It's up on the road, but their form and their health, to me, their health is the key here. Have they been gotten healthy? Got their guys back in there, Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett and company in there. I know Quickly's been out, but for the most part, they've been a healthy team and they've been actually performing here. I know some of those defensive numbers have been ugly, but they've been dealing with lots of cluster injuries throughout most of the season. Atlanta, a team that's hard to trust. They couldn't beat Detroit yesterday. Detroit was not a very good defensive team on the road. I'll take Toronto plus the points there. Dallas and OKC. You know, I have trouble here thinking Dallas is going to do much scoring here in this back-to-back spot. Against OKC, I think they're just going to smother this Mavericks team. I don't think the Mavericks they're going to have trouble cracking 100 in this game. I mean, I just think I've seen it before when this Mavericks team goes up against good defense without Luka, they really struggle trying to get points up on the board. So I'll look at the under there, Dallas and OKC. Yeah, I'm going to lay it here with the Nuggets. I know it's a big number here, but the Nuggets have covered 7-8. They have the rest advantage. We just saw Sacramento in a fatigue spot get pounded by Milwaukee on the road. That's still in my memory. So I'll look at the Denver here in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the 26th morning show as we'll get ready here. Take a look at some of the games for the next series of games here to close out NBA on this 9-game slate for a Thursday. Pretty heavy for a Thursday. Here we go. Celtics and Lakers. Celtics 5 on the road, total 218.5. Bulls and the Warriors. We got the Warriors here, 1.5, total 229. Wizards at Clippers. Clippers 14, total 224. Let's look at these injuries here for now. In the Bulls Warriors, we got Craig out, White doubtful, Duarte and Carter questionable. The Sonmo is probable. On the Warriors side, no Anderson, no Green, no Kuminga, no Looney, no Podziemski. Remember, these teams, the Warriors are on back-to-back, so keep an eye on Curry the rest of the day and see what they do with him. Boston and L.A., we got Holiday, Horford, and Porzingis listed as out. Again, they are on a back-to-back, so again, keep an eye on Boston throughout the day. The Lakers in this one, Hood, Schifino, Vanderbilt, Wood, they're out. James Davis, probable. Lakers coming in with rest advantage. Washington, the Clippers, Bay, Brogdon out. Bagley doubtful for Washington. Washington with rest advantage. Clippers in a back-to-back are listing so far now. Batum, Dunn, Harden, Leonard, Powell, Tucker, and Zubac out. Keep an eye throughout the day. They may be upgraded to probable. Some of these guys could be resting for this spot, so just keep your eyes on the Clippers. Probably you're going to have to tune into the definitely today is a day to tune into the happy hour because lots of teams are in back-to-backs. So you're going to need that's that show you want to Rod's show here at 5 Eastern. You want to tune in because lots of teams in back-to-backs are going to really need to get some that late information on these injuries because like I said, lots of teams are in back-to-backs today. So we'll get to start with Rod.
Yeah.
You're on mute, Rod. You're on mute.
Yep. Definitely some teams on the back-to-back here. Tough slate here in the NBA card, but it's a little later slate. So as Tony alluded to, we'll definitely be able to get some late info on that happy hour. But looking at what we got here now, I'm going to take the Bulls. I don't need to know who's in or out. If Curry plays in this game, I'll be shocked. We know he's definitely probably wasn't 100% last night, and he definitely went at it and put in huge effort in that game. So it's one of those spots. Warriors here in the back-to-back going to be tough. We know the Bulls don't play a whole lot of defense, so maybe that's a bright sign. But this line's only at 229 for the total, and they're thinking it's going to be like the Dallas game that the Warriors are going to have a tough time scoring 100 points in this game. So I will lay it with give me the Bulls in that one over the Warriors. Tough spot back to back. Then you know what? I don't care who's in for Boston or not. They're going to whoop it up on the Lakers. It's like they always do. They're not a fan of the Lakers, and only having to lay 5 with a Boston team. That's where I look at all the value is. Boston, we know, is the better team. It's not even close. It's a huge, massive mismatch. That should be at least a 9-10 point spread. Boston's going to sit some guys, and even if they do, I still don't trust the Lakers to keep it close. Give me Boston. Lay it. Especially at 5, I'll take it. They want you to get on the Lakers there. No, thanks. Give me Boston. As you see, Boston just snuck out the win yesterday. They weren't worrying about covering the spread. They are tonight. They're going to pound the Lakers there in that one. And then Washington, the Clippers. I don't trust the Clippers in the second half of back-to-back. It's just it is what it is. I'll take the Wizards plus the 14 in that one. I think they can keep it close if it's not one of those late second threes that make it a backdoor cover for the Wizards. I'll take the Wizards there.
There we go from Rod on over to Bo.
Yeah, I like the Bulls, man. So like Rod said, this Golden State team, they had the win last night. They let it slip away. Kind of they got fatigued toward the end. So I think it's gonna carry over this game. And we know the Bulls play. To me, they play better on the road. You know what I'm saying? So the point bread is kind of telling you what you need to know, man. So I like the Bulls to get that win straight up. As far as the other games go, man, I just don't know about that Lakers game. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is the point spread just 5? I know sometimes you can overthink these things, but I think the Lakers might be sneaky in this one. So I'm gonna take the 5. I'm gonna sprinkle a little something on their money line. They probably get up for this game. With all the stuff going on in Los Angeles and California, period. They need a good boost up. So maybe they come in here and just play with effort. So I'm gonna take the 5, sprinkle a little bit on that money line. As far as the Clippers game go, I'll take the over. Washington, you know what they do. Shoot a lot of threes, don't play D. Clippers come off the loss. They're gonna be in bounce back mode. I think they'll do the heavy lifting. So I'm gonna take the over 224 now.
There from Bo on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking Chicago. You can take the points, you can take the money line either way. Golden State just does not do good on the back end of a back-to-back. They're 1-5 ATS, and that's with everybody healthy. So just take Chicago with the points there. Washington Clippers one, I would lean Washington. I'm not betting that one at all. But even with the Clippers being healthy, they're 3-6 against off of no rest. So Washington would be the better play there. Definitely watch the injury report there to see if anybody gets upgraded and what we're doing there. The Boston Lakers one came down to last night. I get that they weren't trying to potentially cover that game, but at the same time, you should not let the Clippers bench take you to overtime. You should have just beat them in regulation and been done with it. So that made me question Boston. I like Bo said, I think the Lakers could be sneaky here. I did a video on YouTube about it on the channel, and I'm going to take the 5 with the Lakers just as a fade to Boston because they should have just won that one last night. They were, I don't know, they're just kind of lazy to let them take them all the way to overtime. But, yes, just take the points for the Lakers there.
There you go with Chris. Tell you what I think here about these games here in this late night slot. And the Bulls, I'm going to take the Warriors because I just don't trust the Bulls. The Bulls have just been a team that's too up and down. They lose at Portland not too long ago. I mean, this is the team that's just hard to trust. Chicago has failed to cover 5 of 6. They're 1-4 of the spread on the road, a on a road win. The Warriors are back home here in this spot, so I think this might be a little better. They have hit their threes. I know it's a back-to-back spot, but man, this Bulls team defensively on the road give up almost 116 points per 100 possessions, and over their past 5, only 31% from 3, 44% overall. And then we've talked about the Chicago failing to cover 5 of 6. I'll look at the Warriors in this spot. Yeah, I'm kind of looking Lakers. I just think the energy for the Lakers because LeBron sometimes has that burst of energy. If the Lakers show up in these type of games, if they're playing the Nets, they're playing the Wizards, it's going to be a walk in the park. They're going to play with the food. But in a game like this, they're going to really have their focus. And the Celtics, 2-6 is the spread off a road win. So the Celtics have not been a team you could trust to the spread this year. It is a tough back spot for the Celtics. I think the energy level for the Lakers will be high. The crowd will be high. I think the crowd will be sparked because Boston's coming to town. So all the old school fans will be coming in today. Maybe you may even see Jack in the building. You never know. But I just think the fans will be into this one. I think it'll spark. I think the energy level behind the Lakers side because of the rest. I'll look for them in this side. Washington and the Clippers, yeah, I probably will look here at Washington. I know a lot of these Clippers were in street clothes yesterday. They may come back in, but L.A., have not been good in back-to-backs at home. 1-4 of the spread in home back-to-back games. And, of course, the Clippers need their bench, right? A lot of their bench went deep in the game yesterday, right? They went overtime and they played hard. I got to give them credit. They played hard against the Celtics. They were contesting the Celtics shots yesterday. I got to give them credit there. They were contesting shots. They were working hard. So the bench, I got to be concerned about their contributions in this game. And I'll look here, especially if the Clippers are up big and they put their bench in the fourth quarter. The bench is going to be tired. So I look for, and usually Washington keeps their starters in to pad stats. Whenever teams sub late in the game and they bring in their scrubs, the Wizards keep their starters in. Like the coach just punishes them. So
Kuzma's in there, right? Kuzma's in tonight.
Yeah, they let Kuzma's in. Pool.
Kuzma's in. Nice. I think he was out
Star.
last game. So I like the Wizards there. Kuzma's the king of the smash late covers. He's like, give me those things. I'm padding my stats. Give me that ball. You don't even care.
They don't like me, and they don't want to come out. They don't want to come out and blow out games. So that's the thing is you got the tired scrubs for the Clippers. I don't want to call them scrubs because those guys play their ass off. You got the tired backups here for the Clippers going up against the Wizards starting lineup at the end of the game, last 5 minutes. Who's going to have the energy of the Wizards, and guys will be motivated to pad their stats. Jordan Poole and company, that's when they show up. That's their showtime. So there you go from the NBA. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show. We'll turn our attention here to college hoops as we get ready here to take the card. Lots of volume of games here. We'll see what we've got some early starts too as well, like we usually do. We'll cover the slate. And before we cover the slate, I just want to remind you guys, we're giving you our free picks, but our best stuff's over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can click the link in the description, get on over there, and we have leaderboards showing you the top performers up there. You can see our top performers, guys on the show today, like Rod having a great year, Chris having a great year, Bo coming in with a 6-0. Get him while he's hot up there. So get signed up to a one-day pass or a long-term pass there with the promo code TonyT at checkout. Will knock 15% off all premium pick packages. All right, let's continue here on the 26th Morning Show as we get ready to turn our attention to college hoops. So as usual, we'll cover them in two blocks. We'll start from the games from 5 p.m. Eastern all the way to 8:30 Eastern. So 5 p.m. Eastern to 8:30 Eastern. We started off with Rod.
Yeah, looking at this early slate, definitely not my favorite slate of college basketball we've seen so far this year. But first one I'm looking at is Niagara at home. Give me Niagara. You're going to give me 3. I like the home dog there in that one against Marist. You look at Marist, they're 8-8 against covering that number. I know Niagara's only 5-11 against the number, but they play their better hoops at home. So give me the home dog there in Niagara. And then I'm liking the over here, UNC Wilmington and Charleston. We know both of those teams can score some points, and that's going to end up turning into a track meet. Totals of 152.5. I think that's too little. I think we get into the 160 there, UNC Wilmington and Charleston. And then one more I'm looking at in this tie spot. Where is it? You know what? Give me Monmouth heading into Elon. You know what Elon's been doing? Solid basketball team, but covering a double-digit spread. Not where I want to be putting my money on Elon to be trying to cover a double-digit spread in that matchup. Both teams can play some solid defensive basketball. I lead to an under 137.5. Low scoring, slow paced. You look at Monmouth, 13-6 to the under on the year. Elon, 10-6 to the under on the year. Give me Monmouth plus the 10 in that matchup. And one more, I see it. One more I like Queens. You look at Queens University. They're a solid basketball team. And I believe they're off a loss. Let me just double check. I think they lost last time. Yep, they lost to Florida Gulf Coast because I had them in that one. They had a nice little run going, but Florida Gulf Coast got them. So I expect a bounce back from Queens. They're at home in that one, taking on North Florida. North Florida on the road, 4-6. Definitely haven't been great against the spread. I think this is one of those spots. Queens loves to run and gun. They're leading the Atlantic Sun division, and I think they continue to pull away in that division. Give me Queens University, lay the 4.5 there, and whip it up on North Florida there today.
All right. From Rod, I just want to clarify. I said 2 Eastern. We do have earlier starts here, 1 Eastern time. Coastal Carolina is on the board right now against Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern laying 6, total 141.5. Louisiana at 4 Eastern. Maybe a time change because of the weather here. Louisiana Lafayette on the board here against Texas State. Texas State a 6-point favorite on the road, total 143.5. So, yeah, those games are scheduled. Just failed to mention them in our sort. So we are going from 1 p.m. Eastern to 8:30 Eastern on over to Bo.
All right, guys. Due to me having to get out here for school, man, I'm gonna give y'all the one I like the most on the slate. It's not in this slate here. It's gonna be a little bit later one. We're going to the Conference USA. We got New Mexico State versus Kennesaw State. Right now, you get it like 7.5. I'm gonna lay them points with the home team. This team is top of the division, 4-1. They're 7-1 in their last 7. They won 2 of those games by 30+ points. 4-5 in the ATS in the last 5 games. Now, Kennesaw State, they're just making their first appearance in this conference. And you know this conference got teams sprinkled all around. You know what I'm saying? You got Liberty, you got UTEP, so sometimes this can be travel spots for these teams. We already seen Kennesaw State go to the West. They played Santa Clara and San Jose State. They got beat by 20 plus points. So it's going to be tough for them. I like New Mexico State to win this game by margin. So I'm going to lay the 7 with New Mexico State. And that's going to be for my last play on this video, guys. Man, I get up out of here, man. Got to go to school. But always, man, it's a pleasure chopping up with y'all. My best bets are available right now, guys. I got a 3-pack, all bundled up. My top rated plays on the slate. I do have a $19 best bet in the Illinois, and I think they're playing. I can't remember right now. Maryland. Yeah, I got that on the total. So that's my $19 play for the day. Get my 3-pack. Say that 15%. Use code Tony T. As y'all know, guys, we got the AFC and the NFC Championship game coming up. I do have picks already locked in on the free play in the Buffalo game. Go check that out. Always remember, guys, like and subscribe. We appreciate y'all. And I'll see y'all at the happy hour. I'll be back in time.
Yeah, all right, guys. You can see there. Get on board with Bo over at TonySmith.com. 860 units of profit last 7 days. Click the link in the description. Get on over to TonySmith.com. You'll see Bo on the leaderboard and get on board with his packages there. As you can see on the screen, you can see that what he's got for sale is Bo's got a 3-pack up there. Also a best bet. Notice these are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or the amount you purchased is credit back to your account for side credits. That's profit guarantee. You can see the leaderboards, all documented. See Bo, a big 6-0 day yesterday, get him while he's hot. Bo on fire right now. Or you can also consider long-term passes, whatever you choose. Just make sure that you get on board and use that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off right now over at TonySpicks.com. All right, Bo, as always, a great having you show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you later.
All right, see you later, guys. All right, Chris. All right, Tony.
All right.
Have a good day, Will. See you
Bo
later.
will be back. Get more of his picks here on the happy hour tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Rod hosting the show, so make sure you tune in tonight as well, because we need to because of all these back-to-backs in the NBA. All right, let's continue on here. First block, college hoops, 1 p.m. each time to 8:30 each time. We'll continue here with Chris.
Looking at the Drexel Northeastern game, I'm going to go over 134.5 in that one. And then another one I'm liking in this spot, or looking at basically a line change there. Samford and UTC Chattanooga. Chattanooga has now become the underdog in that one. So I would take the point there. I think that's going to be a close game there. Chattanooga's at home. They play better basketball at home. So yeah, I'd take the +1 with there. And that's the two I like in that spot.
All right, I'll tell you what the ones that I like here in this time frame here. Let's take a look here. Let me close out my NBA and get my college up here. We will tell you what I like here. Here, Hampton and William and Mary in this spot. I'm going to go under the total 148.5. Look at the Tribe. They have shot. They defend very well at home. They're 4-2 the under in the conference. Hampton, a poor shooting team, 12th in the conference in effective field goal shooting, and Pirates are effective defensively in forcing turnovers and rebounding. William and Mary really having issues with rebounding and turnovers in the conference. I like the under there. Wichita State and Memphis in this one. I'm going to take the points with Wichita State. The Shockers have shot the ball very well in conference, 46%. The Tigers have failed to cover 4 of 5 in the AAC. When you look at this Memphis team with Penny, it's still the same issue with them. They still turn the ball over to Highmark. We've been saying this since he's been there. They can't get these turnovers down, and they're having problems there with turnovers in conference for this Memphis team. They're also at the 7 Eastern hour. I'm going to take a look here at Chattanooga as well at a pick'em. This Mocs team is shooting the ball lights out. Look at their past 5 games, 54% shooting. I'll give you the Mocs here with the way they've been shooting the basketball. The Bulldogs away from home, Sanford, 2-6 the spread, giving a 47% shooting. I'll take Chattanooga there. Western Kentucky and La Tech. I'm going to take Western Kentucky here +6. Bulldogs have failed to cover 4 of 6 in Conference USA. Hilltoppers have defended pretty well over their past 5, holding teams at 42% shooting. But Louisiana Tech's in poor defensive form right now over their past 5, getting a 47% shooting there. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Fix Morning Show as we continue here with the next series of games. And this block, we go from 9 p.m. Eastern time all the way to late night games at 11. We got a couple at 11 Eastern tonight. So 9 Eastern to 11 Eastern, we start with Rod.
And looking at these late night games, you know, I'm going to take the 5.5 points with Washington State heading into Santa Clara. Santa Clara, they started off their season pretty good, but covering any spreads, not where I want to be with Santa Clara there in that one. Washington, solid hoops team. I think 5.5, you're getting over possession. I'll take it with Washington State. I don't know home. they've been better, but on the road, I think they can do enough there to keep that game close with Santa Clara. I'll take the 5.5 in that one. And then, you know what? Give me the beach. Give me Long Beach State plus the 13 going against CSU Northridge. I think the beach can do enough there to get us at least a cover. Double digits by Northridge, not where I want to be either in that one. I know they're solid at home is Northridge. We've seen Long Beach at times step up and have one of those games, and I think this is one of those spots. I got to take Long Beach with all those points in that one. And then give me the Anteaters and UC Irvine. I'll lay the 6. I think it's a double-digit win heading into Riverside. Should be a good one. I kind of lead to an over. I think we get a track meet. Riverside allows to shoot the 3, so those things start falling. We're going to get a track meet. But either way, I think it comes down to Irvine holding up Riverside, and they get the win and cover in that one. And then one more here. You know what? I think that's too many. Give me the Dons. Give me San Francisco plus the 10.5 heading into St. Mary's. We know St. Mary's defensively pretty good, but San Francisco, they can shoot the ball. So those 3 start falling, and it'll be closer than people think. So give me the Dons plus the 10.5 in that matchup.
There from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, looking at the Maryland-Illinois game, I'll take the over there. We just look at what they do in conference play. They get up and over the total, so we take that. And then looking at that Pepperdine, Oregon State, I'm going to lay it with Oregon State. You look what they do after a road game. They're 12-2 against the spread, so we're going to lay the big number there with Oregon State. And then, I agree with Rod with Washington State, the plus 5.5.
There from Chris to tell you what I think about these games here. I'm going to take the points here with Maryland plus the 9. Final line, a losing record in conference. They've been struggling shooting the basketball. Just 42% over their past 5 games. Maryland can shoot the ball pretty well. I'll take all those points there with Maryland here against Rod's Illinois. We got San Francisco and St. Mary's. Yeah, I'm going to look at San Francisco plus the 10. Gales, they don't cover at home. They fail to cover 7 of 10 at home. But Dons in conference shooting 47% there from the field. This Dons team can shoot, so I'll take them plus the points in that one. App State and Arkansas State. Give me App State plus the 7. Red Wolves in poor shooting form over their past 5, just 41%. Mountaineers over the past 5 hitting 47%. And only teams at 35% covering the past 5 games. Give me 7 with App State there. Yeah, I'm with you guys here on Santa Clara. I'm with Washington State. Give me the dog here. Washington State plus 5. They've covered 5 of 7 in WCC, and they defend very well away from home. And you look at their past 5 games, the Cougars 49% shooting. I love the teams that can shoot in college basketball. Hard to find some that do that. So I'll take them in that spot. All right, we got you through the college basketball. And now it's time to turn our attention to the hockey card today. Looks like Rod's got the skates, the one with the skates today. So Rod will be on the ice tonight for us. Remember, we're giving you our free picks. But if you're looking for our best bets, guys, go to our site, TonySmith.com. We'll find our best bets and premium plays up there. You can see our guys on the leaderboard like Chris and Rod having a monster year, approaching 3,000 units of profit document here on the leaderboards, guys. So click the links, get signed up. When you click the links, you can also click the link, and that'll take you to the Cappers Handicapper page where you can see more of what they've got for sale, their records, and so forth. You can see that when you just click and see Rod's page. You can also see Chris's page. So get on over, click the link in the description, get on over to TonySmith.com and get signed up. All right, let's continue here on the show. On to hockey now, and we'll start here. It'll be Rod with the skates. So we'll just cover in this first block. We'll do them in 3s. We'll give Rod. We got to give him a little breather here between blocks. So we'll start just the 707s. 707s will be Blue Jackets, Hurricanes. Big line here. Carolina 3.5, 350 total 6. Senators and Bruins. Senators $1.39 total 5.5. Flyers and Rangers. Rangers $1.47 total 5.5. Canadians and Red Wings. Red Wings here $1.26 total 6. Rod.
Yeah, look at these ones here. You look at Columbus and Carolina. I'd have to lead to Columbus or Carolina in that one. Columbus got themselves a nice win last night. So back-to-back spot for this Columbus team. Carolina at home, tough game. I kind of like an under there. We've seen Columbus shut out the Leafs. So it's one of those spots. I think you get a lower scoring one. Carolina can just smother this Columbus offense. It'll be tough for them to get some goals. So give me the under 6 in that matchup. And then we look what Boston did against the Devils. Hey, they opened the scoring, got themselves a 1-0 lead, and then completely collapsed. So second half of a back-to-back here for a Boston team. I know Ottawa on the road hasn't been so good, but they've been playing the better hockey. We got to go with Ottawa there in that one. Also, it's Jonas Corposalo. Tony should know all about Jonas Corposalo. He didn't last long in LA, that's for sure. They quickly shuffled him on out of there real quick. And now he's landed in Boston. And guess what? He gets himself a start there. Give me Ottawa in that matchup. And then this should be a good one, Montreal and Detroit. Two teams playing some pretty good hockey, are Montreal and Detroit in that matchup. So I like an under. Give me the under 6, low-scoring 1 in that matchup. And then the Rangers are slowly starting to turn things together and put some wins together. They got to make a run here. You look, they're one win better than the Flyers team. This is a win that they must have going forward. You got to beat these teams. I'm going to go with the Rangers there in that one. Take the Rangers in regulation. The Rangers are 8-0 versus these Flyers following a win. So when the Rangers are winning, they're beating the Flyers. So give me New York in that matchup.
And there from Rod, let's continue here on our hockey rundown. So the next block of games, we will cover the games beginning at 8:07 and 9:07. So the 8:07s and 9:07s here. Hockey Club at Wild. We got the Wild at $1.39, total of 6. Golden Knights at Blues. The Golden Knights, $1.44, total of 6. Sabres and Flames here. Flames, $1.38, total 5.5. Canucks at Oilers. Oilers, $1.78, total 5.5.
Yeah, and I look at the Canucks taking on the Oilers to start it off. It's this is gonna be a physical affair. Let's put it that way. These two teams don't like each other. They just played not too long ago. McDavid got a 3-game suspension, so this will be game number 2 of that suspension for the cross check to the face in that Canucks game last time they met, which is just a couple days ago. So this total's a 5.5 for a reason. Still waiting on a goalie. I'm guessing it's going to be Picard in this in goal for Edmonton here in this one. So expect the same what we've seen. It was a 3-2 game in that one, so I kind of leaned to I was leaning to the under, but you know me, I'm not. I think the Oilers are going to come out hot and mad. And we see the Canucks team that couldn't even beat a Buffalo team. And you can't beat Buffalo. The Oilers at home, good luck. You're not beating Edmonton there at home. And the Oilers are going to come out mad and win one for Captain Connor. Give me the Oilers in that one. And then there's Buffalo. Hey, you beat the Canucks. Congratulations. You got whooped by the Kraken the night before. Then you come in and you beat Vancouver. Now you got to come in and face Calgary. Arrested Calgary. I believe Calgary's had like 3 days off, 4 days off. Well-arrested Calgary team there in that one. Pains me to say I'm not a Calgary guy, and I don't take Calgary a whole lot. But when I do, you got to take it. Give me Calgary in that matchup.
There from Rod. Let's continue here on the hockey rundown here on the 26 Morning Show with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit those notifications. Give us those those thumbs up. You really help out our build up our audience. All right, let's close out hockey here in this block, the third and final block, the 10:07s and the 10:37s here. We got Penguins at Ducks. The Penguins, $1.48, total 5.5. Capitals at Kraken. We got the Capitals here, $1.35, total 5.5. Predators at Sharks. Preds, $2.33, total of 6. Boys, Sharks have been in some wild games here. Back to Rod.
Yeah, you look, the Sharks have been in some wild games where they've completely collapsed. Well, actually, they've won a couple, but that last one, woo, they were in Nashville, had themselves a big lead in that one, and they completely collapsed. Nashville came roaring back and won at 7-5 for their 11th straight win against the Sharks. It's just one of those spots. You can only bet Nashville on that one. They take that momentum from a big comeback win and beat the Sharks. But the play in that one is take the under 6. You know, you've seen 12 goals in that last one. You ain't going to see 12 goals in this one because everybody's going to hump the over and go, oh, look how many goals we've seen. 12, and we only have to get 6. Take the under. San Jose at home. Lower scoring games. Nashville normally lower scoring games. Look at Nashville, 28-18 to the under this season, not the over. That was a rare occurrence last game. Take the under there in that matchup. And then you look at Washington versus Seattle. I'm going to take the over 5.5 in that matchup. Why? Because it's Charlie Lindgren getting the start for Washington. I'm not a fan of Charlie Lindgren. He's good for giving up 2-3 goals easily. And Seattle's playing some pretty good hockey, especially at home. They're rested, waiting for Washington to come into that one. Give me the over 5.5 with a lead to Seattle. Because for me, I look Charlie Lindgren fade. Just it is what it is. And then looking at Pittsburgh taking on Anaheim, give me the under 6. First of 3 wins that one, even if we get to 3. I believe it was a 3-2 win for our 2-1. See, even lower, so 2-1 win. I thought it was a 3-2, 2-1. Low scoring for the Penguins back on Halloween. Penguins got the win 2-1 in overtime back in Pittsburgh. Before that, it was a 2-1 win in Anaheim. So take the under 6. We're lucky to see 4 or 5 goals in that one between Pittsburgh and Anaheim tonight.
There from Rod. All right, we got you through the NHL. Now it's time for our parlay peripheral segment where the cappers give out parlays, give out player props, team props, and give Rod a little break respite here. We'll start with Chris in this segment.
Gotcha. I got a 3-teamer in NBA. We're going to take the Raptors with the points, Lakers with the points, and Washington with the points. And then I've got today is Alexander Holtz of the Vegas Knights' birthday. And as you know, we like to do a little bit of lunch money there, throwing our anytime goal score at plus 600. So throw $5 on him for his birthday. I know he's hit January 2nd was his last goal, so he might be due for it. It's his birthday. Maybe they let him have it.
That's right. That's exactly right there. So back on over to Rod.
I think you're on mute, Rod.
You're on mute.
Whose birthday was it?
Alexander Holtz.
Oh, Holtz.
The Vegas Knights.
Of the Knights.
Yeah.
Definitely haven't heard that guy in a while. He's definitely due.
Yeah, I don't know.
You probably got a good price on him.
Plus 600. Yeah, plus nice. 600. Yeah.
We're still way up from the plus 1100 on that first time goal for McDavid. So I'll have to sprinkle a little bit on that one. For me in this parlay section, we're gonna go with we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna go with one here in hockey, and the one we're gonna take Ottawa here in hockey. Boston. I don't trust Jonas Corposalo, so we'll take Ottawa on the money line in that one. And then we'll head to the NBA. I like the Indiana Pacers here in the afternoon game in Paris. Throw the Pacers on the money line in there. And then college basketball, we're going to throw in we're going to throw that late game. Give me Washington State plus the 5.5 in that one. There's a little 3-teamer mixed sport for you today.
There you go from Rod. I'll give you my 3-teamer back. My Washington State. I was almost going to say Washington State because I saw that big when the beggar you had when you gave out that big. I like Washington State as well here in that one. I also like the Lakers plus the points and the Wizards plus the points there here. So we got you through the parlay peripheral segment. So make sure you got we're ready here. Just let you know what we got for sale. Mills are waiting for you here on the happy hour. You're on the invite list. So hopefully you can make a stop here on the happy hour here. From Mills there on the show. You want to be part of the happy hour, so hopefully we can get him on the show one of these days. All right, we got you through the parlay peripheral segment. Now it's time here for see what we have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Into a big week of action, hoops and hockey, football coming up here on Sunday. So let's take a look at Rod. Rod has put up an impressive number right now over at Tony's Picks. You're going to see the results here year to date. Let's see what we got here. Rod, 2,882 units of profit. Remember, our best plays are over at Tony'sPicks.com. When you click the link in the description, you'll get right over here, and we'll see what do you got for sale right now over at the site?
I'm bringing over to Tony's Picks today. I've got a 3-pack up already. My college basketball slam dunk triple today. Scoop up that 3-pack for college basketball. Then I got my NHL sniper play of the day up as well over there at Tony's Picks. We'll have a couple in the NBA and one more in hockey that I've found I'm going to put in there shortly for long-term subscribers because that's the best way to go here at Tony's Picks is long-term. You can see what we've been doing long-term, and it's only January 23rd. So let's continue to stack the units, crush the books. Over at Tony's Picks, you can see the numbers fully documented over there and transparent. Hit the link in the description. Head on over. Use Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off. And, hey, take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional. That way you get aboard long-term, and you don't miss out on any of those late Steam plays. If we find a play 10 minutes to 2 hours before game time, and with that, we absolutely love like one of those late info plays late that we're looking at in the NBA. If we hear some news that someone's in or out, we get those plays in, and you get them emailed directly to you, and you don't miss out on those plays with us. So definitely jump aboard long-term here at Tony's Picks, and let's continue to crush the books together.
Okay, crush the books with Rod over at TonyPicks.com. You can see the impressive results from Rod here for the year, last 30 days, last 7 days, yesterday, all in the green, winning the green. and all the major sports as well. So get on board. All plays documented. So you go to Rod's handicap page, you can verify all the plays. All his packages are up there. So get on board. Remember, the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit, or the amount purchased is correct. Your account for site credits, that's profit guarantee. You can see best bets up there as well. Each capper can designate one play per day from each sport as a best bet. And they're also documented there and graded in the best bets and on leaderboard 2.0 to verify those numbers. Long-term passes also available there as well. They're not profit guaranteed because there's such a bigger discount. Don't forget the promo code Tony T at checkout, and you'll be able to save that 15% off. Link in the description. We'll get you over to Tony'sPicks.com. All right, you got to see what Rod has for sale. We'll take a look here and see what we got here from Chris over at Tony's Picks. Chris has put together another impressive numbers as well. Look at this year, 1,066 units of profit over at Tony'sPicks.com. Documented, Chris, what do you got for sale?
Today I've got a 3-pack like I've been having, 2 in the NBA today, and then 1 in college basketball for tonight. Wrapped them all up in a 3-pack for you for one price there. Otherwise, you can get them individually at a great price as well. I've been doing great in the NBA here. I think I'm 22-8 for the year. Looking to keep that momentum rolling forward with today's 2 plays. Super excited about them. And then, I've got long-term packages. Make sure you get that late steam, like we talk about on the happy hour. The injuries and things like that, I'm updating those as they come in. So hop on something long term. We've got a lot of action this week. We got a huge card Saturday from the NBA. We've got 2 playoff games for NFL, a lot of college basketball. So you're going to get all those. I'm going to have more than just a 3-pack coming up here. The more games we have and things like that, but the 3-pack seems to be what you guys like. So use that promo code Tony T, save you 15%. And pair me up with another one of these cappers, man. Rod, Ron, Solo, any of these guys. Everybody's on the leaderboard. Everybody's doing great right now. So let 2 people put money in your pocket. And we're just going to continue to keep crushing the NBA here and having a great year.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Chris over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can see the great results from Chris, all documented with records here on the board. You can see what Chris has for sale here. His multi-pack 3-sport best bet up there, best bet from college basketball and from NBA up there for you. So remember, these are all profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit, or the amount purchased is right back to your account for site credits. That's profit guarantee. Or if you prefer the long-term passes, go that way. Remember, all the long-term passes include late steam plays. Those are included with all long-term passes. What are late steam? Well, those are plays that we can release between 10 minutes and 2 hours for game time. Those are emailed directly to your inbox using the email address you use when you sign up for the service. So that's the late steam plays. You only find it at Tony'sPicks.com. No one else has it. No one else has late steam plays. You get them here. And, of course, you get your regular member plays in by 11 a.m. Eastern time. Cappers handicap throughout the day and night looking for those late plays, and those will be emailed to you directly in your inbox. No longer do you hear these cappers say, I had a bad day, but I won because I played these games late. No, you're also going to get those late plays. So and none more of that nonsense. That's one of the reasons why I created the late steam, because I used to hear that. Nothing used to piss me off more than cappers saying that about, the customers of my place, and you're telling them that you won after you posted your plays in. That's just, I couldn't. So we came up with late steam. So you're going to get the late plays into your inbox. So get signed up for one of Chris's long-term passes. All right. Let's continue here on the Tony Fix Morning Show, guys. Remember that promo code Tony T. Checkout will save you that 15% off. I have a best bet on the board for you as well, working on the multi-packs. So get on board with me over at Tony's Fix. Maybe that 7-day pass will get my NFL plays for you as well when you get on board with me over at Tony'sPicks.com. Promo code Tony T. Checkout will save you that 15% off. With you here every day here, guys, 9:30 a.m. each time with the Tony's Fix Morning Show, giving you free picks. Remember, these are our free picks. Remember, when you go to Tony'sPicks.com, that's where you get our best stuff. Our premium plays are there. And, of course, if you ever miss a show, I just want to remind you guys, you can always go to our YouTube channel and hit the archive, and you'll be able to see the live archive, watch the show again. Or if you need help with the later games, you just replay it again if you would. Also, we have an on-demand content. I just posted up some NBA college hoops, and our cappers as well produce on-demand content. So start with Rod. Rod, what do you got over on the Tony Fix YouTube channel and your plans for the week?
I've got you covered on all those hockey games. So if I didn't go over one here on the morning show, definitely go check out the archived NHL videos. They're all covered over there at Tony's Picks. And I'll be covered the rest of the week on those. And then I'll be on the lookout. Like I said, if I find a nice little 3-pack in college basketball, I'll have a little 3-team parlay for you when I find them on those days. It's like I said, I'm just not today's slate tough in college basketball. For me, it's a tread lightly day in college basketball. I got bruised yesterday, so it's like, I'll tread lightly into the water where I found 3 that I like, and that's about where I'm going to tread. So, but keep on the lookout. I'll throw out a college basketball parlay up there every once in a while when I can find one.
There you go. There from Ron and Chris. What you got over on the YouTube channel? Your plans for the week?
I've got an NBA video today on the Boston Lakers game there, a little bit deeper dive into why we took the Lakers there with the points. And then, just continuing to pump out the NBA. And as we get SEC games and college basketball, I'll be doing videos on those as well.
There you go from Chris. Of course, I got all the videos uploaded from basketball tonight, guys. So make sure you check those out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Remember, Rod will be hosting the happy hour Monday through Friday here, 5 p.m. each time. A show today. You want to tune in to this show. We have, as we said, a lot of teams on back-to-backs today, so you got to get that late information. These injury reports subject to change, and they will change because of the back-to-back status, no doubt about that. Players in, players out. Get that information with Rod and Company, 5 p.m. Eastern time here with the happy hour on TonySports.com. So make sure you tune in and set those notifications so you're alerted when Rod goes live with that show. All right. That's going to do it here for the show. Back tomorrow. Reminder, guys, visit our site, TonySports.com, for our best bets linked in the description. All the cappers documented on our show. Every capper that appears on our show are documented with their records at TonySports.com, and you can purchase the best bets there on the site. All right. We're back here tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. You guys have anything to say before we close it out?
For me, a little bonus pick: Devin Vassell of the Spurs over 2.5 threes. He's done this in 5 straight games for the Spurs. Love Devin Vassell over his threes today. 2.5 is the number that I got. -110. I think he easily cruises over that number today in the afternoon. One in Paris. Devin Vassell over 3 threes.
Very good. Very good. All right, that's going to do it here for the show, guys. Going to wake up. Bye, guys. You guys make it a winning Thursday. We're back tomorrow here on the 26 Morning Show.